Happy holidays, everyone! On today's episode of VedantNetwork, we'll be reviewing Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, a television movie based on the Nickelodeon sitcom Drake and Josh. Starring Drake Bell, Josh Peck, Miranda Cosgrove, Nancy Sullivan, and Jonathan Goldstein as respective characters. The movie premiered on December 5th, 2008. So, Jesse, what's your general opinion on the show Drake and Josh?
As my childhood, it kind of made my childhood. It was one of my favorite sitcoms, and it made me start liking sitcoms because most of them were like boring adult shows. It kind of got me in that feel that even if it's your brother, you could still have fun with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the only few Nickelodeon shows to, cover divorce and all that.
Yeah, it was pretty diverse.
Yeah, and I liked how it was able to tackle, subjects such as dating and kissing and all that, but it was also, appropriate. I think it's more for the family.
Yeah, it was just on the line where it was good. It talked about stuff that was important in nowadays, but not too bad, where children would, get that. Yeah.
So, what was your opinion on the series finale, the dance contest? I mean, technically, Really Big Shrimp was supposed to be, but this was the final episode to air.
I didn't really like the ending of the show. It should have been more drawn out. It was such a good show. It should have had a really big bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me, the dance contest episode, it really didn't conclude or wrap up the show. It just felt more open-ended. Do you believe the movie was successful in wrapping up the show, or was it more open-ended?
For wrapping up the show, it did not wrap up the show very well. But the movie wrapped up great. I liked the ending because all the family were together in the snow, and they were all all the kids that hated them at first. They were all loving on them and stuff. And Santa Claus came and he brought all the gifts. He brought that flute for that one girl.
Oh, Megan, yeah, the oboe.
Yeah, the oboe.
The film starts with Walter and Aubrey going on a tropical vacation in December for some reason. Okay.
Sounds like something in Florida.
Yeah, definitely Florida. So then it starts with Megan, Josh, and Drake. Everyone seeing Josh's really big snowman air balloon. But then Megan, as usual, she cuts it and he just runs after it. So then the scene shifts to Drake and Josh going to the premiere, where Drake tells Josh that he will be throwing a Christmas party on the roof of the premiere, which Josh really doesn't approve of because he sure doesn't know if Helen would either. However, she does because, there's going to be churros.
Oh yeah,
I love churros. So Helen hands Drake a Santa costume to wear in the mall, and Josh is obviously upset at this because, he's always been Santa, but in accordance with the actor, he lost a lot of weight.
Oh yeah.
He lost 100 pounds, I heard.
Yeah, so you couldn't really be Santa if you ain't a little chubby.
Alright, so Drake, being his usual self, is making out with a teenage girl.
How old is he in this movie? That's kind of weird.
17 or 18.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it's legal.
Borderline legal?
Perfectly legal.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then everyone yelled, Santa! At which point they break up like Josh yelled at, and this really overweight woman also likes Drake. And so then she chases him around until he bumps into this girl named Mary Alice.
Mary Alice.
She says she and her family want, literally, the best Christmas ever.
Oh.
And she says that Santa never breaks a promise.
Yeah, Santa doesn't break a promise.
He can't break a Christmas promise. And Drake does not realize he will have to do that, literally. So he says, yeah, sure, I'll get you the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, and then now he's forced into giving her the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, let's go. Next, they're at Drake's Christmas party up on the roof of the premiere, where Mindy has to leave to go and visit her grandparents, and Josh is obviously upset. Now, Crazy Steve shows up in front of Drake and Josh and shows them a wood chipper called Sally.
I remember Sally.
Oh, Sally. Craig and Eric come and tell Drake that the last song was great and he should perform it in the Christmas parade, but Drake says that the parade is for dorks and losers and that he's going to Los Angeles to hear a band play, inviting Josh, so that he doesn't get upset. What a bro.
Yeah.
Always got your bro. Yeah. However, a few party crashers come into the party, and when Josh tries to call the cops, they mistake him for one of the criminals and arrest him.
Yeah, that's never good.
Yeah, so Josh falls off the roof and lands in the back of a pickup truck, which drives off with the police trailing close to him. They arrest him, including Josh, and Josh says, "I didn't do anything." Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Josh is a crybaby in the show.
Yeah, where he meets Bludge, which, by the way, the actor of Bludge, he sadly passed away this year.
Oh really? That is very sad.
Can we have a moment of silence in memory of Blythe? I mean, he was the best guy ever.
Carry on.
Alright, so Bludge tries to beat him up until Josh entertains him with some of his old magic tricks, which reminds me of Henry Doheny.
Oh yeah. Houdini.
This makes Bludge change his mind about Josh. However, he says that he needs to beat him up so he can protect his reputation. You know, the reputation. Drake tries to, unsuccessfully break Josh out of jail, and they obviously get caught.
Oh yeah, when he tries to go into the jail scene and when he tries to break. Yeah, I remember.
Unless Drake and Josh give Mary Alice's family the best Christmas ever, they will go to jail.
Yeah, jail's not a good thing. One scene I did like when he's trying to like sneak over like the trash can to get like when Drake and Josh are like helping each other and then like Josh tries to get up the trash can like falls down and stuff. I thought that was pretty comedic when he's like falling down and stuff.
Yeah, but I do have a few criticisms about the movie itself. Like, it's not as funny as the TV show itself.
Oh yeah, the TV show's pretty good.
I think there's a lot of slapstick humor in it and a lot of humor that just did not work for me.
Yeah, it needed some more genuine humor. Yeah. I think it was because of the show like turning off. They were kind of not in the mode of being Drake and Josh. They were being their normal selves. Being actors.
I mean, Drake felt like Drake Bell, and Josh felt like Josh Peck rather than respective characters. Which, by the way, I really like Josh's hair. It looks really cool.
Now or previous?
In the movie, it looks really good.
Oh yeah, when he gets all cool man with the cut size. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but also, Officer Gilbert's, I can't relate to his, reason. Like, a monkey, like, urinated on him and he hates Christmas. It just doesn't seem fallible.
Yeah. I mean, but you also, this is a Nickelodeon short, so you also think there's going to be something funny for, like, the children.
Yeah, you need to have some kind of a suspense of disbelief. But I really think that, I just didn't like how he kept arresting Rick and Josh for nudity and having his car, like, blue.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was really stupid.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, but another main criticism of the movie is that it really doesn't use all of its characters. Like, Walter and Aubrey, they go on a tropical vacation in December.
Oh, yeah, I remember that scene where they're, like, sitting under the, the teepee thing, and it starts getting blown over. And they're trying to get in the boat and stuff.
I really think they could have cut that part out of the movie. Like, a lot of the Walter and Aubrey part could be cut out of the film.
To be honest, I think that was I think Wizards of Waverly Place copied that. Because I remember seeing in one of their movies where their parents went on tropical vacation and went bad too. That's kind of weird. I just realized that.
Yeah, but, it's tropical vacation in the middle of December, so I just see it as, a plot contrivance so that they don't have to be there.
Yeah, I can see that, but the reason why in the story they say is because it's such a good deal because December people don't go on cruises.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I think that's why they might have done that. That's the reason, but I still feel like they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but also, if you think about it in reality, if their sons get arrested, you would have to show up to court, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there is a little fakeness, but they want to make it roll well.
Yeah, but also, what I really didn't like about the movie is that I really wanted more Megan in this. I mean, if you think about it, she was on iCarly, so she was like a big star at this point. Not a big star, but iCarly was in like season 2 or 3 at this point. So
yeah, she was grown.
So I really wanted more Megan in this. I also thought that it would be better if Megan like actually helped them and not like change her decision. I really hope for that. Like more Megan.
Yeah, more Megan. If they made a new one, more Megan. I feel like they'd make like a second one and then they're present day people again. Kind of like they did with the Full House, that new version of Full House.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like how they did with that.
What chipper scene where the house gets destroyed and then the next day the kids like love them? It makes no sense. I mean, it's a total Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't the kids like hate them because they found out that the only reason they're doing this is so that they don't go to jail?
Yeah, they did get really mad at them. I feel like the reason why they did that is because they realized their true heart or whatever. They didn't go to that. They didn't go to that concert or whatever. So that was a true thing.
Yeah, but the fact that they don't decide to get them arrested, it comes out of nowhere pretty much. But don't get me wrong, I'm happy they're not in jail. I don't want them to go in jail, but I just wanted some kind of an explanation for that.
Yeah, that the judge in a court would just allow someone to just be nice to a couple kids to get out of jail. That's kind of a little fake. Kind of like a get out of jail free card kind of thing. A little fake. I can see what you're talking about with that.
Yeah. So, did you watch this movie originally when it came out?
As soon as it came out, I watched it, and then almost every year I'd watch it whenever it premiered. But then it's kind of slowly went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I watched this movie a bunch of times. I watched it 3 or 4 times in 2012, I believe. I haven't watched it since. I'm just doing this straight out of memory.
Oh yeah, me too. I haven't watched it for a couple years now.
Yeah, but here's my conclusion on it. It's a good movie, but it's also flawed in its own ways. It's a perfectly okay movie. If you're a fan of it, you're gonna like it, but if you're not, there's really nothing here. I'd recommend watching it if you're a fan, but just realize it's not as good as the original TV show. What's your take on this?
I agree. They kind of just threw it up there, but I mean, they are working with what they have. Vedant, does your network have a rating system at all?
No.
Well, I'm gonna rate that movie a 4.5 out of 5 because I really enjoyed that movie. Even though the acting was pretty it wasn't as good as normal, it was still a high quality movie comparing to what was out at that time period.
I'm kind of agreeing with you, but I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 because it's a good movie, but it has a few glaring issues.
Yeah.
I like it as a TV movie, but if you look at it from an aesthetic point of view, there are a few flaws with the storytelling.
Yeah, they need to fix that. Story is key.
Yeah, the story, it was kind of a little weak maybe, and the jokes didn't really hit home all the time.
Yeah, but it was more of a reminisce on the past of Drake and Josh. Okay.
Yeah, when Josh gets mistaken for a criminal, it's completely reminiscent of Theater Thug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of references in here, but not a lot. But they're there and they work.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, that's basically it. Thanks for tuning into my show.
And thanks for having me, Vedant, on your Vedant network.
Oh yeah, thanks for coming.
Okay.
And that's it. Happy holidays. I don't care what you celebrate. Christmas, Hanukkah, Rabbanika,
Kwanzaa. Holiday.
Rabbanika. I don't care what you celebrate, but happy holidays. And I'll see you next time. VedantNetwork, out.
See ya.
Happy holidays, everyone.
My mom loves that song.